Good afternoon, Dr. Richard Buckley here at MilfordMD. Our lovely patient here was saying many things which I thought you might find interesting, and so she's been very gracious and said, yeah, sure, you'll say some of those things, right?
Not a problem.
Okay. So one of the things you mentioned is you recently came back from a trip.
I did.
Yeah. And why was that of interest to people who knew you? What did they say to you?
Well, they thought that I looked rejuvenated, rested, and that the trip had done me well.
And it did.
It did.
Yeah. And so what's the other reason it did you well?
Well, because what they didn't realize was that I had just had a facelift done, a mini facelift done, and I went down to South Carolina to rest and rejuvenate, if you will, a little bit more. And but nobody knew the difference. I had a little bit of work done, and instead of coming back and saying, "Oh my God, what did you do to your face?" or "What happened?" they thought I looked well rested. Maybe had lost a little weight. That wasn't the case, but they thought that because they were not sure what in fact had happened.
And you're really only 3 weeks out right now.
Right.
So how was the recovery? How was the procedure? How did you have it done? Did you have to go to the hospital? What was the whole experience? And why did you do it in the first place?
So I did it in the first place because I'm getting a little bit older, and I think gravity had started to take place. Not horrible, but I had started seeing a couple of signs of aging. And I thought before it got too far advanced, maybe I would step in and try to help it out a little bit now. There was no hospital time. I came into the office here where Dr. Buckley was, I don't know what he did. He did fantastic things because I was fully awake through it. There was no discomfort. It was a very comfortable atmosphere. I stayed locally. I did stay overnight locally at a hotel so that I could come in the next day to be checked on. And then I went down south where I recovered. I did a little bit of recuperating. The procedure itself was comfortable. I don't know what else to say about that. It was just very easy. I didn't experience any pain during it. I was fully awake and that's it.
So you seemed pretty excited when I came in today.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what are you noticing?
Because I'm already noticing the tightness in my face is tightened up. I feel like I look younger. I feel good. And it had started sagging here. I had some lines and I don't know if you want to call it wrinkles, but you had seen along my jawline was starting to sag, and that's much more lifted now.
So if you had to guess how many years younger you think you look, or what you think other people think you look, what would you guess?
I would say 10.
Nice.
10 years.
Nice.
That's my guesstimate. And again, we're only 3 weeks out, so I have a little bit more time to go on it.
Anything else you want to tell the world?
I would highly recommend MilfordMD and Dr. Buckley. They have an amazing staff. I come here just to hang out.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching MilfordMD. Always a pleasure.